Hi guys, Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. In today's episode, we're going to be booting up the editor again and we're going to be making some transfers. So, on the Mirror website, I've just having a real quick look at the transfer news, and there's quite an interesting story that potentially Raheem Sterling might be going to Man City for about £50 million. This, of course, would give Liverpool a hell of a lot of money, and there's a lot of talk of maybe Christian Benteke going to Liverpool, potentially Memphis Depay, and also James Milner as well might be moving to Liverpool. So what I decided to do is just move all them players across to Liverpool, and of course what I've decided to also do is just move Raheem Sterling over to Man City. And if that transfer did go through, it'd be quite interesting actually, just because obviously Liverpool would have a lot of money, and obviously Man City, they'd get their man in getting Raheem Sterling to the club. So let's see how this goes. Okay then guys, so yeah, the season's just finished and we're going to just have a real quick look at the Premier League table. So we can see here that Man City were crowned champions. They managed to score 91 goals, which is absolutely fantastic. They were winners of the league by 5 points as well. Taking a look at Liverpool, we can see they got 70 points. And yeah, they scored quite a few goals as well. It looks like Liverpool were actually the second highest amount of goal scorers in the league, which was pretty decent actually. So I think a really good place to start. We'll just have a look at the Man City squad and just have a look at their players. We'll just see. So yeah, looks like Man City were playing Raheem Sterling potentially up front with Sergio Aguero. So maybe he might have scored quite a few goals. We'll just have a look at his attributes for the season. So yeah, his average rating was really, really good. So in the league, he got 7.46 average rating, which is really, really good. He got in 19 starts, he got 8 goals, 4 assists, and 4 man of the matches. So he did quite well, to be honest. We'll just have a real quick look at the history. Here we're just going to be able to compare Sterling's last seasons with Liverpool. So yeah, we can see during that season, obviously we don't have a lot of the kind of details here, but we can see in 33 appearances that he managed to get 9 goals. And of course, the season before that, he got 24 starts and a couple of goals. So I think all in all, that would be a really, really good signing for Man City. We can certainly see that, yeah, he's fitted into the team quite nicely. Maybe it looks like Samir Nasri might have played quite a few games. 27 starts, Samir Nasri. So according to Football Manager 2015, it looks like potentially Samir Nasri would maybe get quite a few more games than Raheem Sterling. But yeah, we'll probably just now have a look at the Liverpool team just to see how the free signings that I transferred over to them have done. So we'll firstly have a look at Memphis Depay. Looks like he's managed to work his way into the team for Liverpool. And yeah, so he's done absolutely fantastically. So on paper, just having a look at the attributes sort of thing, an average rating for Memphis Depay is 7.65, an average rating. So he made 35 starts, got 13 goals and 9 assists, and he also got 10 man of the matches, so he's done absolutely fantastic. You can see just how good this kid is. He's really, really good little player. So yeah, he's got fantastic pace, really, really good flair, good dribbling, good technique, good passing. So, sort of in a way, really is really, really similar to Sterling. But yeah, it looks like on this particular sort of experiment that we've done here, looks like it was, that would actually be quite a good transfer for Liverpool to make, getting all that money for Sterling. And looks like certainly Depay, if they did manage to get this kid in real life, potentially he might do quite well for them. So we'll also have a look at James Milner. It looks like James Milner was playing for Liverpool on the right wing, or just like the right midfield anyway, and he was an ever-present for Liverpool as well. So I'm just having a real quick look at the amount of assists that James Milner's managed to get here, which is absolutely fantastic. We can see that was in 37 appearances. He's got 15 assists, 6 goals, and an average rating of 7.25. So I really, really do highly rate James Milner. I know a lot of people, not too keen on him perhaps, but certainly with his work rate and, just the reliability that you'll get from James Milner, I think certainly for Liverpool, I think he'd be an absolutely fantastic signing for them. And, if I was a Liverpool supporter, I'd really would be happy if, James Milner was transferred to my club. We'll just have a real quick look at Christian Benteke. So, yeah, it looks like Balotelli's in the team at the moment. I don't know if that's kind of bad news for Christian Benteke. We'll just have a look. So, yeah, it looks like it was quite bad news for Benteke. Probably wouldn't actually happen in real life, but it looks like potentially that Balotelli has played quite a number of more games than Christian Benteke. So, yeah, Balotelli's been involved quite a bit with 19 starts, 10 goals. To be fair to Balotelli, he's actually done quite well in this particular sort of season. But yeah, looks like Benteke's just not really managed to get onto the field much for Liverpool. He only actually managed to get 3 starts, which was quite poor, and 5 goals. I know actually at the beginning of Football Manager he's injured, so I'm just going to take a look at that. Yeah, so that does explain it there, I think, what actually happened. So yeah, he was out for quite a while with 6 months that injury was, and yeah, he had quite a number of sort of different injuries just spread out throughout the whole season. So yeah, unfortunately for him, quite injury prone, I guess. And yeah, 6 months out was really not going to do him too well. So he lost quite a big chunk of the season by the looks of that, and that's potentially why he never really managed to get into the team. Of course, Liverpool do have Daniel Sturridge, so yeah, so it would actually be quite good for Liverpool, I guess. Obviously, maybe they play sort of Sturridge and Benteke up front, you know, kind of little and large, if you like, or at least a striker that's really fast, and then you've got the powerhouse in Benteke. His height at 6'3", and you know, really strong player. So yeah, quite interesting overall. I think that experiment. To be honest, I think both parties kind of won. It'd be quite a good sort of transfer dealings for both clubs if that did go through in real life. So yeah, quite a good experiment. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and yes, do subscribe to the channel, and of course do support the channel by pressing that like button, and we'll be back very soon for some more Football Manager videos. Thanks for watching.